want him home. You know, my kids need their dad. He's a good man.
But I'm getting too nice with this. Ain't no way that I'm going outside. My pockets been heavy as shit.
What's poppin', M2T? It's your boy Run on the channel to be. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe button whenever you roll up to the channel. And while you at it, hit that post notification button for your boy. So whenever I drop, you can hop up in the truck and roll with me. See what's poppin'. A lot of you guys have brought to my attention that we have a trucker brother that's been missing for the past 2 months. David Schultz, 53, a native of Wall Lake, Iowa, has been missing since November the 20th. So me and my team, we have gathered some information and we want to share that with you guys. But before I share this information, there's something else I want you guys to see. Check this out.
In the past month, 2 Iowa men have suddenly vanished. First, Rockwell City resident Mark Riesberg disappeared from home. While his wallet and phone were left behind, his PT Cruiser was not. And less than 20 miles away from Riesberg's home, another man gone. David Schultz of Sac County was set to deliver a haul of hogs, driving along Highway 71. But the following morning, Schultz's truck was found parked in the roadway, phone and wallet left behind, his jacket located in a nearby ditch.
Mark Riesberg and David, as y'all can see, was missing at the same time. Mark actually was missing before David went missing. But when David went missing, both men was missing at the same time. Now, what gets me with both situations is what they found at the scenes of both places where both men went missing. Okay, at Mark's house, they found his wallet and his phone. Okay? In David's truck, they found his wallet and his phone. Coincidence 1. Okay, both men went missing around the same time of the night. Coincidence 2. And the last one, both men was only 15 miles away from where they went missing, apart. 15 miles, the same area. Coincidence 3. Now, M2T, you can slap my hand and call me silly. But that's three too many coincidences for me. Now, am I saying that the cases are connected? No, that's not what I'm saying. Just like the sheriff said, they don't think it's connected. All I'm saying is, some don't smell too right with me with that many coincidences with 2 men missing at the same time. So, the first thing we need to do, M2T, we need to build a timeline around how our brother Day was. What happened? What was going on with him throughout that day? How he get up in the morning? How did his day? Who did he come across? You know, how was his day? So let's check out the timeline for what it is how his day went for that day. Okay, his wife say he got up, you know, that morning. It was a regular day. And I want to let you guys know this. His wife have been doing interviews. So shout out to JLR Investigators for doing the interview. Jay, you did a good job with that interview, man. You got some really good information out of there. I feel like me asked some questions I probably would have asked her that you didn't answer. But hey, overall, you did a good job, man. So shout out to JLR Investigators for the interview that he did with her. In that interview, and in the interviews that she did with some local news, his wife said she been saying a whole lot of stuff in these interviews. And one of the things that she told JL, you know, it was a regular day. He got up and he headed out for work. You know, it was just a regular day. Okay, she said that he did like 2 or 3 loads that day. And this was like his 3rd or 4th load, you know, that he was going up to Eagle Grove to pick up. And she say, you know, after he did them 2-3 loads, it was around 7. She got a telephone call from him asking her, baby, can you put me some more pins out, because the ones that I got on, they ain't comfortable. The pockets ain't deep enough. And she say that's normal stuff. He's done that before. And she, you know, told him, okay, babe, I got you. So He shot to the house. This phone call, she say she got at about 7. He shot to the house, changed clothes, everybody put his pants on. Okay, baby, I gotta go. I'm running late. Bye, I gotta go. And headed out the house. So, if he called her at about 7, telling her that, so it's fair to say he got to the house about 7:15, 7:30. He headed out, so he left the house at about 7:30, 7:45, no later than 8. So, from Wild Lake, Iowa to Eagle Grove, Iowa, which is where the load of pigs was that he had to pick up at the Howell Farm, is about an hour and 20, hour 30-minute drive. So he gets up there. So I guess it's fair to say he got there at about 9:30, you guys. So the people at the Howell Farm say that he was the last truck, that he did get loaded, and that he did leave there. That's what they told the sheriff. They say he left at about 10:30, 10:50. Okay. He heads from there and goes to hits US 20, hit the highway. He heads to the truck stop. He's on his way to go drop this load of pigs, y'all. The last load for the day. Mind you, he done left there about 10:30, 10:50 at night. He hits the truck stop. Boom. They got him on camera there for about 11:15 p.m. They don't say what he did in the truck stop. They don't say what was on the footage. They just said it is footage of him being at that truck stop. So we know that he left the farm because they got him on camera at the truck stop. Okay? Okay, he leaves the truck stop, boom, hit the highway. DOT cameras pick him up 5-10 minutes on the highway after he leave that. After that, haven't been heard from, haven't been seen since. The truck detours off of US 20 onto I-71, stop at Union Avenue, not far from a house, which is the only house that was out in that rural area at that time. Ms. Schultz says on an interview with JLR that when she went to the scene and looked at the truck was on the opposite side of the street, facing the wrong way. Okay? She also said once she said Les, which is the guy that pays David to haul these loads. Other words, he's the broker. Les had to be the broker because Ms. Schultz say Les is the guy that pays for the haul, and David pays for rental, for the rental of his trailer. So he's also not only brokering David, but David evidently was leasing the trailer from him. She said Les called her and told her, do you got, and this is the next morning, you guys, do you got Life 360 on David? And she said, nah, why? He said, because he's missing. He didn't drop his load out. And she said in the back of her mind, she was already worried about not hearing from him, but maybe he got tired after he dropped that load and went to sleep. And he said that he was going out, meaning Les, say he was going out to look for him, that he would call and let her know. Well, she said shortly after that, he called and let her know and told her that he's been going up and down the route from the Howell pen to the route that David would take to go deliver him up in Sac City, and he don't see the truck. He haven't seen the truck. Which is, he said that it was 2 routes, but Ms. Schultz say, the most common one that he was taking was the US 20. So let's say he didn't see the truck. To call the sheriff's office and report that there's a medical emergency and that he's missing, that will get them to move a little faster, which it did. Because she said when she called and reported that, not even 30 minutes to an hour after that, the sheriff's called and told her that they had found his truck and he wasn't in his truck. So I'm wondering, you guys, like, was it something going on at the house? And this is not no disrespect to Ms. Schultz or anything, but it's something I want to explain to you guys. When it comes to murder and missing persons, the first thing the investigators do is start at the house. They start from the inside and work their way out. They start at the top and work their way to the bottom. They start with the ones that was closest to the one that been murdered, or the one that's closer to the person that's missing, which is in a house. So, was it something going on at the house with Miss Schultz? It seems like on her interviews, she's very, she's hurt, she's distraught. She just want her husband back. you know, and I believe that, you know, I believe Miss Schultz is hurt. You know, I believe that, you know, she's concerned about David and she wants her husband back. You know, she know her boys is going through it. You know, the twin boys, Isaac and Jacob, that they got, 10-year-olds, they're going through it. So, you know, she's want her husband back, you know, like any wife would. So, but that don't exclude from Miss Schultz still being looked at, you know, as a suspect, because everybody is a suspect. Everybody's a suspect that he crossed paths with that day. Everybody's a suspect that's associated with him, you know. So, was there something going on at the house? You know, we don't know. She said everything was good. You know, did something happen at that pig farm when he went up there? Because Miss Schultz did say in the interview that she had been getting rumors that the pig farm is shady. They sketchy, you know, other words, they bootleg. You know, they have a lot of things going on up there that's under the table. You know, these are the rumors she said that, you know, she had been hearing, you know, that people have been telling her, you know. So, did something happen at that pig farm when he went up there? Because he was the last truck. He was running late. And that was the last place that he had been known besides that truck stop. Did something happen at the truck stop when he got there and was there for those few minutes or for however how long he was up there? Did he cross paths with somebody's up there? Because they haven't reported, you know, what he was doing in the truck stop. You know, they just said that he was there. You know, when he left, you know, did he cross paths with somebody when he left on the road? Somebody knows something. You know, don't know 50-some-year-old men and Mark Rosberg that went missing. Don't know 50-some-year-old men's come up missing and don't nobody know nothing. Now, if you was in your early teens, you know, your early 20s, you know, you 9, 10, 11 years old, they snatching these kids, using them for sex trafficking, sending them out, you know, okay, you know, the sex trafficking, human trafficking thing going on. But ain't nobody snatching up no 50, 60, 70-year-old for no sex trafficking, man. That ain't happening. So, I'm just thinking, M2T. You know, I'm just thinking. Then Miss Schultz says that, you know, the sheriff treating her like she a suspect, you know. Well, had they called and said anything to you, Miss Schultz? You know, had they been giving you update? No, they ain't been giving me nothing. Actually, they've been treating me like I'm a suspect, you know, like I'm a criminal. You know, they don't want to tell me anything. You know, I go and get his truck. They giving me the runaround about getting his truck. They finally bring me the keys. 5-6 days later, and they'll invest in an evidence bag. They don't want to tell me nothing. Miss Schultz say the only people that's helping her is that team, Cajun Navy, that's from Louisiana. You know, she say that they're keeping updates with her as they search, and they have searched over 100,000 acres within Sac City County. You know. They the only ones that's been keeping it a buck with her, man. You know, so shout out to Cajun Navy, man, for doing their thing. Actually, Cajun Navy is the one that found Mark Rosberg, which I didn't tell you guys. Unfortunately, Mark Rosberg was found. He was found deceased in his car, not too far from where he went missing. But Cajun Navy is the one that found him. Real good search team. She say they the only ones that's keeping it a buck with her. So she asking the sheriff for updates. Sheriff ain't gonna tell her nothing. You know, sheriff even tried to get credit for finding Mark Rosberg. You know, she say he out on TV. Yeah, you know, we found Mark off, you know, and you ain't found nothing, man. That was Cajun Navy. They had to come way from Louisiana to find somebody in your backyard, brother. So, she say the sheriff treating her like she a suspect. Ain't giving her no, you know, information. And in a way, I can kind of understand, you know, because everybody's suspect. I ain't got to tell you too much, nothing, because we looking at you, we think you had something to do with it. We don't know. So I kind of get where the sheriff coming from, y'all. You know, I kind of get that. That's just part of the investigation. You know, she also said that the sheriffs and the people up at the pig house farm are related. She say her brother and them and her son-in-law and her daughter come from Florida. You know, everybody come up to you know, help find David. They go up to the hog farm and ask the owners at the hog farm, and he said, well, we don't know anything. We ain't even know that he was messing. You know, that's what they said at the hog farm. Man told her brother and them. You know, and then they show up at the search party and stuff. And the sheriff asked the brother, you know, well, what are you doing here? You know, and he said, man, I'm here to help search. You know, I got clearance to help do that. You know, we can go over and we can talk to the guy that cleared me. You know, I got clearance to be, well, you ain't got no business being here. What are you doing here? Now, how you gonna tell his brother that he can't go out there looking for his brother-in-law, man? You know, I get it in a way, you know, because they feeling like, you know, everybody a suspect. Okay, I get that scenario. But on the other hand, man, this is this man's family, man. My brother gonna be out there looking for me. My son gonna be out there looking for me. And you just gonna tell my people it's a problem with them out here helping a search party that's trying to find me and get me back home? It's a problem with them looking for me? So yeah, you know, Ms. Schultz say that the sheriff and the hog farm guys, that they related, you know. You know, how you not go no hog farm, man, pig farm, man, that he not missing? Your place was the last place that he left. It's they found David truck, what, 3 o'clock the next morning on November the 21st. He went missing. The last time he was seen was November the 20th at 11:15 p.m. on DOT camera, leaving the truck stop. And it's the next day in the afternoon, but y'all don't even know nothing about this man is missing. The sheriff, your cousin, your brother, or somebody, your uncle, somebody, you don't. I'm telling you, the sheriff also said, man, that they searched the pig farm. They drained the pig farm. There's 8 barns out there that they load and unload trucks with, and they didn't find nothing that was of, you know, that was suspicious of them, but they did find some stuff that they sent into the lab and stuff. Matter of fact, let's listen to the sheriff real quick and see what he got to say.
David's family tells KTIV that some of his items were discovered in this ditch right here, right across the street from where his truck was found. The family says one of those items was his winter jacket. The Sac County Sheriff confirmed the discovery on Thursday, but said all theories are still on the table in determining what happened to David.
We're getting several tips a day.
Okay.
Most are, I don't want to say it, most are things that we've already done or thought of. You know, it's and I don't mean this disparaging or to sound critical, but we're getting a whole bunch of keyboard detectives and a whole bunch of Perry Masons out here that are like, well, did you check this? Well, this isn't day one of this, you know what I mean? So there's just a lot of that stuff. What we're trying to do is prioritize them, and things that we know we can already dispute, going in one pile, things that are just absolutely ludicrous and absurd, you know, going into another, and then the ones we think are valuable.
Do you have to vet like every single tip that comes in, or?
They get vetted, yes.
Okay. Have you ruled anything out? Do you suspect foul play?
We haven't ruled anything out, yeah. So.
Okay. Did you guys do like a forensic search of the semi truck?
Forensic, we've done search warrants and we've taken items out there for forensic examination.
Okay.
Have you dusted for fingerprints,
No.
stuff like that?
No, that works really good on TV.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
wondering.
honestly, you know, in 36 years, I made one case on fingerprints.
Really?
One.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The problem is every time you touch something, depending on the type of surface, whether it's a porous surface, a smooth surface, or whatever, they smudge. And then if you have multiple touches on it, then, you know, then they just smudge even more, and you get print on top of print, and, you know, so.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Now, the truck was found. It wasn't running when it was found. Are you able to talk about whether the door was open or closed?
I don't know whether it was open or closed.
Okay. And it didn't have any like lights on or hazard lights?
My understanding was the truck was off and that the lights were off as well.
Okay. Now we were told that a jacket was found in a ditch on like the opposite side of the road.
That is correct.
Okay. Was there any other items that you guys found that you're able to talk about?
Well, there was a towel and a cell phone charger and a pocket knife with the code.
Okay.
So
In the pockets or next to it?
next to it.
Oh.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean,
Okay. And now you guys had a canine there that was it able to track?
it tracked to a field drive, and that was it. That wasn't a very long track.
Okay. Now I understand that David was late to arrive in Eagle Grove.
Right.
Are you able to say why? Why was he late?
I don't know why he was late.
Do you know whether he stopped anywhere before going there?
No, I can't definitively say either way.
Okay. Can you talk about when and why the DCI became involved in the case?
We brought the DCI in on, he went missing on the 21st, right? So it would have been that next Monday.
Okay.
We brought them in. Their primary role is to assist us with digital collection and digital analyzing the digital data, and providing support to their intelligence bureau. So yeah.
Okay. Have you asked the FBI to assist, or is there any plans to do that?
Well, the question here's my. Somebody else asked me that today, and I know where this is going. Show me a federal nexus to a missing person. Is there a federal crime? We have no proof that they crossed state lines. So at this point, no. I mean, there's not a federal nexus. You know, now does that mean that down the road they won't be asked to assist us? But, you know, the Division of Criminal Investigation and their resources are just as capable of getting the information we need. And really, we're looking for the proverbial needle in a haystack. All we know is this semi was here, and we know the last time we have him on video. Unless you have a crystal ball and you've searched over 100,000 square acres, where do you go?
Mm-hmm. Now,
Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean, there's only so much we can do, and that's the sad reality. There's only so much we can do. You know, I mean, I believe that if there was some sort of foul play or nefarious activity, whoever's responsible for this is watching. They're watching what we're putting out. They're watching what we're saying. They're watching the news outlets. They're watching the interviews Mrs. Schultz is doing. They're watching her posts. So, you know, just because it looks like we're not doing something, because we're not telling you what we're doing, is far from the truth.
I guess, is there any possibility that it may have been some sort of medical event and, you know, his remains just haven't been found yet? Do you think it's possible to have missed them?
You know, the area the semi was found was searched at least 3 different times. Twice by law enforcement firefighters and at least once by the United Cajun Navy. Now, is it possible? Absolutely. I'm very confident in not only our ability, but the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigations. We have some dedicated, hardworking men and women working on this relentlessly. And regardless of what the chatter is, we're going to run this out till we just can't run it anymore, until we can either find out what happened to David or where he's at and bring him home, or give some answers. So the fact that we're not talking about it a whole lot, you know, we're just not going to do it. So, but I have the utmost confidence in the people that are working this case.
Boom. Okay. The sheriff. Y'all see what he had to say. You know what I'm saying? You know, one thing he did say that I agree with is that there will be no stone unturned. You know, there will be no theory unchecked. You know, no idea that's not thought about. And I agree with the sheriff on that. You know, You know, everything need to be checked from A to Z. You know, I get that. You know, the Schultz family, we with y'all, we praying for y'all, you know, and we're gonna do our part over at M2T to bring as much as awareness to David as we can, our brother. It's just a messed up situation, you know. My heart goes out to his boys. You know, you can tell they love their dad, man. They missing their dad, you know. Ms. Schultz did start a GoFundMe because David was the breadwinner. And you guys can find that GoFundMe in the description box. If you just feel generous, you don't have to. M2T don't have nothing to do with this GoFundMe. This is a link that we got off of JLR's investigative page, and it was the GoFundMe that's Miss Schultz started, and we sharing that link with y'all. We do not have anything with this have to do with this GoFundMe. Let's get that clear. You know, if you feel generous to help Miss Schultz and the boys out, then the link will be in the description box. All right. It's just a messed up situation, but we're gonna do our part. So M2T, that's it. And we just want you guys to know that we love you, we appreciate you. You know what, M2T, shout out to the subscribers, man. You know, shout out to my subscribers, man. You know, y'all, man, y'all have a lot of good comments. You know, y'all go back and forth with each other, you know, in the comments. You know, this family over here, this is what we do, man. You know, I can't believe you said that. You're an a-hole for saying that. You know what? You're an idiot, man. You know, family go back and forth. We go argue over here at M2T. That's what family do. But if you on this channel and you being blatantly disrespectful, especially toward our brothers that's out there missing, our brothers that's deceased, and that treacherous things didn't happen to them that we cover on this thing. If you're blatantly being disrespectful on this channel, then I will block you and get you up off this channel. This ain't the channel for you, because this ain't that and that ain't this. This family over here, you know, we look out for each other over here. United we stand, divided we fall over here. So if you trolling, I'ma troll your butt right on up off this channel. Yo, like I say, we family M2T, you know, we go back and forth, you know, in the comments, and I read a lot of y'all comments, you know, and y'all are some good brainstormers. I tell you that when it comes to these theories, M2T, y'all are some of the best brainstormers I've seen on YouTube. I told y'all that before. So, man, y'all keep doing y'all thing. Big shout out to the subscribers, man. We want to even shout out to the guests that just pulls up, man. You know, and just, peek on in on us, man. You know, hit that subscribe button for your boy one time for the one time. You hear me? You know, we ain't tripping, man. Y'all ain't subscribing when you pull up, man. We still grateful for y'all pulling up. Maybe one day y'all will subscribe. You know, we ain't doing no tripping, man. Merch will be coming soon. So we want you guys to prepare to get ready to get your merch. We go have the Married to Trucking merch. You know, the M2T coming, M2T merch coming soon. So you guys get prepared for it. All right, man. I love y'all, M2T, man. I appreciate all the support, man. All the love, man. Y'all the best ever, man. All right, until next time, you guys. It's your boy.
I just got in a whole brand new bag. I'm running around. Hey, jewelry moving like juice. Stacking up gold in it. Look, I just leveled up, I thank God. Straight from the mud, now it's time to get the pie. Sweat, hidden blood, you can see it in my eyes. My future turning up, what a time to be alive. I'm that nigga, I don't mean to brag, but I'm